Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়োট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে PowerUp সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে দুটি প্রাইজ পুল সহ দুটি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ESPL Bangladesh. And we are really hoping that you guys are having a very wonderful evening here. And in order to make this evening wonderful, we're going to be bringing you the invitationals. And yes, you've been waiting for this for a very long time. And as you can see, this is going to be the upper bracket match between LRX and GSC Headhunters. And joining me today is going to be my old buddy Kirito as my sidecaster. Hello, Kirito. How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, Krasnosis, I'm doing good. And speaking of ESPL, I have a few words I want to share with the audience about the ESPL. It's that the ESPL is just a global esports network and tournament platform provider with the goal of elevating players from casual gamers to esports champions. Starting in 2021 with a bang, ESPL's hope is to grow Valorant esports talent across South Asia through the PowerUp series. As we all know, the top 2 teams from the Amateur Cup will join the Invitational Cup to compete against some of the best teams in the country. For more information, visit espl.gg/Bangladesh for more information like this and fun esports content. We're currently live streaming the ESPL Bangladesh Facebook and YouTube as well as BongoBD.com. This is organized by Esports Players League ESPL and the country partner is BongoBD. And we are here with you, streaming the ESPL Invitational, the PowerUp Series 3. And this is the upper bracket round, the first round of the upper brackets. And Cresto, who are the teams?
Oh, well, the players we're going to be playing today is going to be the players of the teams GSA Headhunters and LRX. So GSA Headhunters is the champion of the Amateur Cup. And as according to the information from the ESPL Amateur Cup, you know that the top 3 teams from Amateur Cup are going to be playing on the Invitationals. And that's why we're going to be seeing Headhunters today against one of the best teams in the country, LRX. So as we're at it, we're going to be hitting the first map of the game, which is going to be Aslan, selected by GSA Headhunters, and LRX is going to be defending. Let's see how the matchup is going to be, because trust me, ladies and gentlemen, this match is going to be heated up, and we are going to be seeing so much blood spilled all over the place because chaos is going to be coming in. And speaking of chaos, the agents are going to be selected as we are going to be heading into the game, which is going to be Aslan.
I expect nothing less than chaos from these teams, because both LRX and GSC are known for their fierce competition and their amazing strats that they have. I mean, I'm an absolute fan of both of these teams. Both of them have their strong points and weak points. We all know that GSC, how good they are at reading the strats of the opponent, as we witnessed in the invitationals. Sorry, not the invitationals, the
Amateur Cup.
the amateur cup. And what can I mean? There's nothing to say about LRX. They're obviously uh, what they're most well known for is having two Radiants in their team, which I think we all know in the Bangladesh community. They are pretty well known. LRX, Kyojin, and Hermione. They have reached Radiant in the southeast air region of the world, and both of them are in the match today in the same team. So that's definitely gonna be something for GSC to look out of. And both of them did. None of them did pick duelists, so I guess they're gonna be playing more team strategies today, which we're gonna see in the matchup as the first round of this first map in Ascent is kicked off, and we can see GSC beginning their attacks. They're sort of spread all over the map over here. Couple players towards B, couple players towards A, and we do have the spike in mid with Elias. So far, LRX are pretty much holding the side with two players each, and Drifter, the Jet, he is on rotation. He's trying to peek mid to this little interesting angle, jumping off the well, and using his Jet little floating mechanics to just spot some players in mid. So far, there are players in mid. Savage with the Sova, he won't get spotted by Drifter though, and we can see slowly GSC, they were lurking outside A, but they're going to be slowly pushing towards mid. The first contact is underway as Aesop will be spotting his fellow Jet Drifter. Drifter will still be attempting to get some information in mid, but so far he's not really seeing anything. And slowly GSC, with only 30 seconds left in this first round, they're going to be rotating towards B, where the
30
defense
seconds left.
is actually not that loose. I can see Kyojin and Hermione, the Radiants, ready for deflecting an attack. The recon dart coming in. He's gonna spot one player. Ace off. He's gonna get tagged a lot. Mock getting the first kill onto Kyojin, and the side entry is underway. The door goes down towards Market. Hermione gets the nice headshot onto Mock over there. It's a 3v4, 2v4 make that in favor of LRX. Oh, Hermione finding another one. Elias with two nice headshots. Drifter and Hermione down. I didn't even realize on their side, LRX took over the entire side. NVS with the final frag, and they're going to defuse the spike. The first round going in favor of LRX. What are your thoughts on that round, Christo?
GSC did go for a very well execution. They did try to go for a very slow push, but on the side of LRX, they did read their opponents very perfectly, and their retake was so solid, so spicy that did give away the first round. Even though from our end, we actually thought that GSC may take the first round because the entries were in their favor. And still, LRX is going to be on the top for the time being. Let's see if they can hold on to that. Because that was just the pistol round. Do note, ladies and gentlemen. So, that being said, the game itself has just begun. We cannot put any predictions. How should I say too much shabby predictions? Because if we do that, we may just lose the bet here. So, we did see Mog getting disconnected, but he's going to be rejoining. And LRX, they are pretty confident because they have been playing this game and they have been dominating this stage multiple times, and we know they are a team and a very key rival to the team Exceeli, the elephants of the room, if I may say. So obviously they are gonna put up a very hard show here because LRX has been dominating since the very early stage of the community, rising up till the point it is currently at. So I really wonder how GSC is gonna be facing against that, even though we are still seeing GSC getting the frags they're looking for, but it is still gonna be challenging for them to keep it up because Elias did find himself on a flat situation, but this still remains a big question. And as we're at it, I think this is a pretty big technical difficulty because I see the players are still waiting, and I think this is kind of a issue that which needs admin support or something.
Yeah, I think one of our admins have already joined and is trying to help out the players. But let's keep the conversation flowing. You did speak of Exceeli, and if I had to pick a team who I would guess has any chance, because we all know Exceeli for their dominant performance, and they've pretty much outplayed any team in the Bangladesh scene in almost every tournament. So if I had to put a team against them, who I would assume that would be able to beat them, I would at first put Mercenariez on my list. But by recent performances, Mercenariez has not really been on point. And so based on that, my second choice would definitely be LRX, plainly because they do have two Radiants on their team. And I know maybe the rank doesn't matter, maybe the skill isn't everything. Teamwork does play a big role in the game of Valorant, but I have to say that the performance I've seen, the teamwork I've seen from LRX, despite the rank disparities and skill levels are there, the performance I've seen from them, the way they play strats, the way they read strats, it's really, it's almost as if I'm seeing a real professional team play. Like, I'm watching a match from maybe the Champions Tour in Valorant. Like, it's really impressive how they read. It's almost like they're reading them by like a book. And just like we saw in the first round against GSC, even though it was a pistol round, pretty, it has some significance, but on the larger scale, it isn't very much significant. But LRX really retook that site despite being down by numbers, and despite the bomb plan going down. They weren't ready for the retake, but they improvised on the fly, and I gotta say that's really impressive. But let's not put JSC out yet. They did take the site really well. I guess they did have some problems. They did overextend quite a bit, and they did lose some of their key players. I guess Aesop and Mog, their top fraggers. One of the one of the like biggest fraggers, I have to say, watching the Amateur Cup. They were taken out in the early stages. So JSC definitely have a chance of beating LRX. They just need to keep in mind that this isn't some random team that they're facing. This is LRX. They are one of the biggest established teams in this country, and they have to play with that mentality to, you know, have a proper chance of taking them down.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned about Mercenaries, there's a thing I want to put here. That is, Mercenaries is a team who heavily relies on their strategy. And that is something I really like about their lineup and stand-ups. Because, yeah, they are really good fraggers, but they are really patient, and their strategies usually goes in their favor. But, according to the play GSC played on the finals of the Amateur Cup, we saw the aggression from the side of GSC, and GSC did play something very unusual, which we didn't see before from the side of Headhunters or GSC. That is, they played it very, very patiently. And Mercenaries did not expect that on the third map of the Amateur Cup finals. That's why they actually ended up on the second place. But either way, GSC is actually doing pretty great. But for now, I think GSC is actually having a pretty hard time with some of the issues. So as we're actually seeing something is up, so we're going to be going through a break, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what is up. Then we're going to be updated, and we're going to be back with the lineups, because we also need to understand the situation. So be right back. We're going to be catching up with you. So don't stay tuned. We're going to be right back in a moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be back with the game, but do note, actually, we had a technical difficulty. Thus, the host and the match itself had to be rehosted. So, we're gonna be going to the matchup for the time being till it is gonna be reassigned. And yes, I believe it is reassigned. So, we are gonna be heading into the second game of the day of the first map, which is gonna be Ascent. So, let's see how the matchup is gonna be. In case you have not kept up with the stream, or should I say that with the first round, GSC did a very nice execution onto the objective, but eventually that did not come up on top because LRX were ready with their strategy and they did a very solid retake. And that being said, we are actually going to be seeing for the side of GSC to go for Nikoran, while LRX is going to be going for their I presume something went wrong once again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to go back to the first screen once again, and we're gonna be right back after a short while.
Apologies, people.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be back with the match finally after a very long break. But in the end, we're gonna be off with a start on the second match of the day, which is gonna be the eco round from the side of GSC and the half round from the side of Lariox. And in case you guys have not kept up, I'm Christmas and joining me is Kirito. And let's see how this round is gonna be escalating and which team's side should be very interesting to say the least.
Yeah, we're going to be starting off this second round where GSC are looking to be more focused on attacking this B side, and they're slowly but surely creeping up to this side.
Well, looks like
And
it is gonna be a very peaceful round, guy.
yeah, so far we're not seeing any kind of activities. But I expect that's not going to stay for long. Mock with the frenzy. She is ready to wreak havoc on this entry towards B side, and it's going to happen immediately. We're going to see Oh, how has he done this? And he's trying to get this ace, but Hermione's be like, not too much. And the buy round being a huge success for Lariox Esports, single-handedly annihilating the push from. I mean, I don't know what to say.
I admire Kyojin's trigger discipline. He went under the radar on the side of the switch and nobody noticed him. And I wonder why was not Mock shooting him? He saw him. You know,
I mean-
this is the place. yeah,
I
you
mean,
say.
I mean, let's
Question-
move on to the next round.
Yeah,
Kyojin is
questions
gonna,
we don't answer. You're just gonna let
Kyojin's
it
gonna
go.
ensure the second round for Lariox Esports, and we're gonna be moving to the third round of Byron coming in for GSC. They're gonna be going to stick their rifles. We can see Elias and Mog gonna buy half armor. Rest of the team are gonna be sticking with full armor, but they do have no credits in their pockets. So that means they're gonna have to try and win this round if they want to save any money for the next one. And so far, we can see that the defense towards B side is quite loose for Team Lariox Hermione. They're still holding on to their specters, they're still holding to the bonus weapons, and the recon coming in. Hermione misses the first shot, but he still gets the recon, not before he's ejected though. And GS are gonna be falling back from this B side. Hermione trying to get some shots in through the smoke, but in vain. Nobody is there, and they're gonna be trying to push to mid to A. We can see a bunch of players from GSC are already pre-positioned there. Elias is gonna start putting out the smoke. Aesop and Mock slowly creeping through the garage, and they're gonna be breaking the door. Aesop already inside the side. The paranoia goes in. You can see one player, Envious, playing the Rena. He is still in hell, but nobody has spotted him yet. They aren't clearing hell, but Drifter on the other hand gets one frag. Aesop with the refrag, the jet just coming in, and Envious making himself known. He's gonna use the recon from Hermione, but he's only gonna find one on Elias. Mock with the refrag onto him. Hermione using the shock dart. The bomb plant is right under him. It's a 3v2 in favor of GSC.
GSP will have the advantage here, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't think they're gonna be able to hold on to that because Mog is low on HP and there's a paranoia coming in, and now they're gonna have a hard time. But the paranoia is gonna be evaporated, and there's a smoke coming in from the side of LRX. The duelists are gonna do a lot of damage here. Obviously, Mog's gonna find one. Hermione is gonna miss a lot of his shots as Ace is gonna put him out of his misery as a very well round from the side of GSC. Well, the Byron did go in their favor, so a very well executed round. The round itself, if you ask me, it was very messy because for the side of GSC, they had to take a long time for the execution. But in the end, they got the plan down and they have denied the time and the defusal, which is going to be giving them the round. For the side of LRX, however, they're going to be going for their own full buy round. So that is going to give GSC a moment of worries from their end as well. Let's see if they are going to be worried or not. From the side of GSC, they're not having the lead yet, but they are going to be trying to keep themselves up. But do not, from this side, their arsenal is not as rich from the side of LRX. So Envious is going to be holding on to the side of Catwalk with the usual off angle. And Aesop is just going to walk right in front of them. I think he's gonna find the kill. Envious is still going under the radar. There's a smoke which is gonna be covering. Oh no, Monk! That's not how you do it, my boy. That's not why you walk through the smoke. Monk is gonna fall. There is Envious who will find the initial kill, and Jed is gonna be he's gonna be running away with a very slither of his HP, 2 HP to be precise. And now GSC is gonna find themselves in a very big, very much of a pickle. And for the side of GSC, I think they are going to be committing to mid because they're pretty much stuck because the rotations which may possibly come in, it is pretty much cut off. But now they should be able to go in. According to the map, they can go towards the side of B main or they can go towards Garden. And looks like the defenders are actually expecting it to be A. So
LRX, all of them stacking up in A right now, but I think that's not where GSC might move to.
30 seconds left.
GSC may go for B pick,
Or they could be going A, as we're seeing right now. Elias gonna put the paranoia through Garden, and he's gonna walk in, gonna take out that turret from Killjoy. He's gonna teleport into side, but Hermione is there waiting for him with a clean headshot. Kyojin finds one more on Savage. Sasuke finally getting a refrag, taking on Hermione, and getting one more onto Lunatic. The Killjoy is down 2v2, but 7 seconds left. They have to get the bomb down. Sasuke finds another one. 4 seconds left. He's gonna try to get the bomb down, but NVS from behind, securing the round. And LRX barely survived that, I have to say. GSC almost had the bomb plan down, but NVS from behind, saving the day for them. That could have gone very wrong for them, though.
NVS did play passively as a Reyna player, and the only thing he did was to deny the plan, and he did it very successfully. That's why he is gonna find his team still in the driver's seat. A very well played run from the side of NVS, and they're also going for another full buy run. Even the Lunatic is gonna be going for the SMG. But from the side of GSC, looks like they are actually having a very confusing round here. ASAP will be saving the Phantom from that previous round, and they're going for the eco. So I hope ASAP is going to be able to use that weapon very successfully because he will have to do it, and he will have to make the bullets count. There's a recon bull coming in from the side of mid, and I believe on the side of GSC, they are going to be playing it very passively because they know their aggression is predicted from the side of LRX. So LRX predicting that they are giving a hard time to the side of GSC. GSC is gonna be committing to B most likely because they're still hiding inside the smoke, and Savage is gonna be going for the owl drone, but no, he's gonna cancel that. So this round itself is gonna be more or less like a mind game. So from the side of the defenders, I think they have predicted this is gonna be a B execution because their opponents are on a eco here. Rifter. Oh my god! It's not gonna go in favor of them. And there is a needle coming in from the side of GS. GS is gonna find the entry, and now they are gonna be able to find their weapons as well. And there is a blade storm coming in as well, which will allow Asap to share his weapon to another comrade. And Kids is gonna find a kill onto Mog in the meantime. Asap is gonna get the refrag, however, and now that eco is going extremely in favor in the side of GSC. 2v4 not in favor of LRX. Lunatic and NVS will have to do a lot of work here, and I presume they should be able to do that. And Lunatic is gonna find nothing actually, as NVS is gonna be falling. Well, Lunatic can try to save the gun, but looks like he's gonna be making a run for it because he knows the spike is not gonna be doing much here. He's gonna get tagged, and now he'll have to make a run for it. He's gonna be tagged now. He is going for the kills. He's gonna find the first, and now he knows there's nobody else who's gonna be pushing him, and now he's gonna be going for the save. A very well decision, if you ask me, because their opponent will be going for the buy run now, but that is gonna damage the economy from the side of LRX a lot because winning that eco round or the
save round.
Yes, the save round. Yes, exactly. Well, actually, that's not the word I was looking for, but either way, from the side of GSC, they wanted that is gonna deny a lot of utilities from the side of LRX, as we are gonna be seeing others on an eco round. Let's see if they can hold on to that with Drifter with a Bucky. Well, I'm really hopeful how this is gonna be going.
Vandal immediately. The Bucky is gonna go to NVS. Both of them using half armor. That eco run was extremely well played by GSC, I have to say, especially by Mog pushing in towards market. And NVS with an aggressive angle. Lunatic find the first frag. And NVS misses the first shot. Satsu gets the refrag, but NVS gets the one onto. And Savage with two, getting Lunatic and NVS. That's gonna change the flow of the game entirely.
One enemy remaining.
Sasuke finds one more frag onto the Hermione. It's a 3v1 right now. And it's all onto Drifter with a shorty, and the whole world is coming towards him. We can see Aesop with the Phantom rushing towards Garage. I think he heard the sound of the orb being taken. He's gonna change his course and immediately move away towards mid in the cover of the smoke. Drifter using his ultimate. That's the only weapon he has now, but only 5 blades, so he has to make every shot count. The plan is gonna go down towards A. Drifter updrafting from this link, not really finding anybody. He is gonna be lurking towards the T base. And a drone coming in from Savage. He is rather in an awkward position. I think he doesn't know that Drifter is coming in from the flank. A tripwire is set up there. If Drifter can somehow avoid it, he does have an updraft. but
He's
he's
gonna
able to
jump
jump
above.
above it. And oh, the recon dart, he's gonna have to wait for it. That's gonna delay even more time. And oh, he's gonna get spotted the last second, but able to pick up a Vandal though. But that doesn't matter because Savage with his third kill of the match gonna take out Drifter. And I have to say, GSC, that was very, very good round. Although it was a eco for LRX, I have to say the frags coming in were huge, especially from Sasuke and Aesop. They got the very important kills onto like Envious and Hermione. I think they also found one onto Lunatic. So those were huge and pretty much ensured the round for them. But we're gonna be heading into the buy round. I think this is the first buy round of the match. It's gonna be the seventh round of the match, gun round. An operator coming from Drifter, but oh, Lunatic getting taken down immediately, like barely a few seconds into the match by Mock, a nice headshot, and that's gonna leave mid pretty open for LRX, and slowly a push coming in towards their main. Elias takes down Drifter, but Envious lurking inside Wine, and he's gonna take them both out, picking up the operator. I think he's aware of the position of Aesop in Catwalk, and he will fall back to Heaven. And going towards mid, I think he wants to keep this op as long as he can. But just outside Garden is Aesop with the Phantom. He's lurking, trying to get in towards A, but also in A, B main is Sasuke. Yes, here all over the map right now, but he and Aesop is spotted towards A, and immediately NBS will try to get a shot on Sasuke, getting the frag on Hermione. And oh, Aesop almost finding a headshot onto NBS. It's a 2v3 in favor of GSC. They're gonna break this door, open the door up for Savage, who's gonna go down for the plant. Savage does have a ult, so he can play a good post plan right now, but the fight is coming from LRX. Oh, Savage only 17 HP. Aesop going hell, trying to get some frags on the player who comes down, but Savage with a shot dart, and Sasuke coming in from the flank. GSC playing really well, even on a buy round, even on a gun round. They're gonna outperform LRX, even though NVS found two crucial frags onto A main, taking down the big fraggers from GSC. I have to say, LRX slowly losing their way, slowly losing the momentum they gained. And they have to win rounds to prevent that from happening.
Well, they will have to win the rounds, and not to mention Aesop is going to be wielding the operator which was owned by Drifter, and that is gonna hurt. From the side of LRX though, we're going to be seeing a Mercer being brought from the side of Hermione. So I'm really wondering how this round is going to be played out. This is a half buy round, do note, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm really excited to see how Drifter is going to be playing out. There is a 40 coming in, and he's going to find the initial kill, but he's going to be shut down instantly by the side of Mog. But there's a defense coming in back and forth, and there is the Omen, but he's low on HP, and he's going to fall as well. Aesop's going to find two incredible kills, and suddenly we're going to be seeing 3 bodies falling from both of the sides as the plan is going to be going on. That was a very fast execution from the side of GSC. From the side of LRX, I don't know if they're going to be able to make it happen with the sniper and the shotgun in hand. They will have to recover their enemy's weapons, but that is going to be half the challenge. He's going to find one, he's going to find the second. No, actually that is going to be the third one, but Sasuke is not going to miss his shot. That is how we're going to be seeing GSC denying the equalization, and they're going to keep themselves in the driver's seat now. And this actually makes me understand why GSC picked the map of Essen. In case you guys missed it, yes, GSC is the team who chose Essen, and LRX is on the defensive side. So a very well executed round from the side of GSC. LRX did try their best to keep up, but in the end, it was an eco round, so that round had to end pretty quickly. That's why GSC is looking pretty solid, but I believe, okay, the operator is still under attacker control, so LRX will have to win the 1v1s, and they will have to win the gunfights, and eventually they will also have to win the specific rounds in order to equalize it and to gather their lead and to have a very good economy. From the side of GSC though, we're going to be seeing them stacking up on the side of A. We did see the Jet and the Cypher going for B and Mid in respective order. So GSC though, they're taking the time, they're relying on information. So the Soba will gather the information he was looking for, and there is the alarm board which will be missed because Savage will eventually evade the radius of the alarm board. So that's a good move. But I believe on the side of LRX, they are actually expecting some guests on the side of A. And if they are doing so, I'm actually... Okay, that was a pretty good bait from the side of Hermione as he was going with the information. He's going to spot
both
out
of them saw each other.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was actually a peek through the wall or above the wall. So, yeah, good information. But there's a wall bang, but it's not going to connect yet. Aesop is gonna be playing in a very open area. He is gonna be covered up by the Cypher though, and he's gonna activate the Blade Storm. And I'm looking for some kills from this Jet, and I think he's gonna be going for his Garden because
30
from the
seconds
side of
left.
A, it is pretty much covered by the side of Mock and Savage. So it should be doable, and there's the execution coming in, and looks like it is gonna be a very perfect execution because there's nobody to be found, and there is the different ultimate coming in. Oh, nice one from the side of Aesop, and he's gonna be looking for more. He's gonna find a double, but Hermione and Victor find their own kills as well. The spike has gone down, and there was the Killjoy ultimate, which is gonna get destroyed eventually, and now it's gonna be a 2v2 situation. Which team is gonna find themselves on the top on this specific round? This is gonna be a very big challenge for both of them. Hermione is gonna be going for the shock darts and etc., and I think he should be able to deploy it inside of Hell, and yes, he does, but he will eventually damage his own teammate. And Hermione is gonna be pushing up. He is looking for his twin brother, but no, he's gonna be taken out by Elias, and Savage with the Hunter series gonna shut Drifter down. What a round from the side of GSC. No wonder these guys won the Amateur Cup. And LRX is having a hard time dealing with GSC Headhunters. 6-3 in favor of GSC.
GSC definitely. I think I sort of understand how they're trying to play this. They are keeping LRX on their toes for the entirety of the match period. We can see that they are pushing at the very last second, at the 30-second mark, and they do have the strategies planned for that last push. So they just basically, keep LRX on their toes, showing their presence here and there. We can see a peek from Hermione at mid, giving some info. Also, we can see that Sasuke and Savage are showing their faces outside B main. So LRX were definitely confused that round from where GSC might have pushed, and they just took that the last few seconds in that map to sort of position themselves outside A, and they executed their set piece perfectly. But not to say that the same thing might happen this round, because LRX are definitely quick on figuring out strategies and finding a counter strategy for whatever their opponent's doing, and I can definitely expect them to already starting to calculate a counter strategy for what GSC is doing. But I think GSC will shake things up a bit. They are full stacking outside A side right now, but LRX have sort of called this right. They are putting 3 players in this catwalk position. They're immediately gonna fall back to garage and try to spray through this smoke because they think the execution is already in from GSC, but GSC are still standing outside A side. 120 left on the clock. They're gonna be rotating immediately, and the rotations are already coming in from LRX, but I think the call just came in that they hadn't pushed side. That's gonna keep Kyojin and Hermione on their toes. That okay, maybe they're gonna come to B. Hermione does have a bulldog right now, half armored though, so he's definitely gonna have a tough time in holding this side. But backup is here from Drifter with the Phantom in full armor. Smoke coming in front, but a drone, the Sova Owl drone coming in from Savage. He's gonna send that in, and again GSC with a rotation. They're just keep spinning LRX's head again and again. I thought they weren't gonna be playing such mind games this round, but they are playing mind games just in a different way. They're keeping LRX on their toes, but NBS will hear the marching of all the players outside A side. 30 seconds left. They're gonna have to engage this now, but the players Lunatic and the Reyna are holding this position from garage. They're gonna get some frags,
Spike down
but
A.
LRX finding 2. Sasuke and Aesop are down. It's a 4v2 in favor of LRX finally, but Savage from behind takes down Lunatic. It's a 3v2, 10 seconds left on the clock. The plant has to go down. Kyojin denying that, and Drifter getting the final kill onto Savage in Garden. That's gonna ensure a 4th point for LRX, finally getting around after losing 5 consecutive rounds. And they're gonna finally get some comfort in their economy. And
Absolutely.
yeah, that's not really gonna push GSC to the brink of bankruptcy though. They are still pretty comfortable in their economy, but LRX finally has some room to breathe right now.
LRX will have to push it to as much as they can, because now this is actually going to be a very balanced play if you ask me. But from the side of LRX, as they lost so many rounds, they understood from the side of GSC they are going to be playing with their minds. They are getting in their veins. On the previous round, we did see GSC actually running around the map multiple times, and eventually they came back to A, and that was read successfully from the side of LRX. So a very well round from the side of them, and I really hope they're going to be able to hold on to that. And speaking of which, we're going to be seeing some ultimates coming in as well. Speaking of ultimates, we're going to be seeing Aesop having his own ultimate, and from actually it's not Aesop, it's actually Mock and Drifter. And I think Aesop doesn't need the ultimate anyways. He's going to find Drifter, and that is gonna be the entry they were looking for. Looks like LRX is actually having a hard time on this map because from the side of GSC they have done their homework, because we have seen them playing this map so many times against Mercenariez, against Buenos Noches, and etc. So I'm really not surprised with the strategies and their plans here. Elias is gonna be finding the kill under NVS. Oh my god,
Savage!
Savage,
How did he do that?
and he's not
Almost
gonna get
finding another
any
one.
more. Well, he did try to get the kill onto Kyojin, but Kyojin's not gonna miss his shot. It is gonna be a 3v2 situation. It's gonna be hard for the side of LRX because of the man disadvantage, but the Omen is low on HP, so this should be doable. Elias is gonna be holding inside of the boathouse, so he can do a lot of damage. Actually, no, that's not gonna be mattering because Mog is gonna find the remaining kills. And looks like GSC is actually giving LRX a run for their money on their own map. So well played from the side of GSC. 7-2 for the scoreline. They did not win the first pistol round though, but it doesn't matter. They're gonna be able to bring themselves on the top within the halftime. And 7-5 is gonna be a very balanced split if you ask me, but it can be 8-4 as well. Let's see how LRX is gonna be reacting, but for the time being, we are seeing Kyojin having a very broken economy as he is gonna be forced to buy a Spectre and a half armor along with NVS's shotgun.
Yeah, that is not a situation you want to be in, especially in not match point actually. Last round of the half. Any final rounds you would prefer to play on rifles or the best weapon you can afford. But you can see Kyojin and her NVS forced to stick with
there's something I
SMGs and
wanna.
Buckies.
Sorry for the interruption, but I
Yeah,
really
go
wonder.
for it.
Drifter is on her ultimate, so she could have dropped the Phantom to someone, and she could have used her ultimate. But okay, he's gonna use both of them. But yeah, back to you.
I guess LRs are heavily dependent on Drifter to get some frags, to maybe equalize the man count in this round. So they're gonna entrust him with both a Phantom and his Jet ult. Let's see if he can make use of that. He is lurking outside, inside A actually, and he will be detected, but he will dash away, smoking the main entrance. He will be spotted by Savage though, but NVS on the other side getting a frag onto Sasuke with his Bucky. That will put the odds a little bit in favor of LRX, but not entirely, because still we have 4 other beast of players with rifles,
30
and
seconds
Lunatic
left.
just got a view of what they look like from A main. He will peek again, not to find anybody. The ult coming in from Drifter, he's not gonna find anything. He has his vent. Oh, NVS and Lunatic. Hermione with 2.
Ooh.
Finally, a good execution by LRX. They're all just gonna execute them at once.
Switching sides.
I think GSC wanted to hit the side at the exact moment, so all of them just showed their faces at once. But LRX were ready, and this all headshots are on the scoreboard, and they just brought them down. And I gotta say, good nerves by LRX. Nerves was still holding those angles despite knowing that the opponents are right on the other side. That really plays with your brain. But good job on LRX for holding their nerves, and hopefully they can bring this back in the second half. We do know how dominant they are in this attacking sides. So let's see what's gonna go down.
Well, we are really excited to see LRX's attacking strategies, but also we're really excited to see the strategies from the side of GSC. We've seen them multiple times, and do know GSC is a very strong map on Essence, so defense is obviously gonna be a very good cup of tea for them. Let's see if they can make it effective or not. For now, this is the second pistol round, so we are gonna be escalating and forwarding to that. So GSC is gonna be playing a bit split for the time being. For the side of the attackers though, they are gonna be putting 2 players together except for the Jet alone inside of B, as we're gonna be seeing the Sova leaving the objective B. So B should be free real estate for the side of the attackers, but looks like they're not gonna be committing to that. Instead, LRX is gonna be going for A instead. And there is the execution coming. We're gonna be seeing NVS inside of the objective, and what a burst on the side of the Reyna, but it does not matter. GS is gonna find 2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills, and it's all up to Drifter now in a 1v4 with a pistol in hand. And so much he can do. I think he can get a frag or 2, but the door is gonna be closed right on his face, and he is gonna be going towards the side of heaven. And without the spike, I don't think he can do much here, but he's gonna be hearing all of the footsteps given by his enemies. And Drifter will have to make a miracle happen here. And do note, I am a person who believes in miracles, so let's see if the miracles will be coming in for now. Drifter is not giving out any sound, and I think he should be able to get a kill.
30
Miracle
seconds left.
isn't what probably is gonna happen, but he should try and get some exit frags. Smartly playing, dashing away. He does want to get 1 frag at least, but he won't be able to Savage take him down. GSC really well in defense, holding that side against a really tactical execution by LRX. I would say two of them holding main, two of them from catwalk. The Sova drone, the smokes, those are really well executed. But GSC, when the site was being taken, they are the ones who pushed in right after the site was given to LRX, and that was a really well played timing by them. So hopefully they can pull off something similar because they are gonna be buying some weapons this round. Except for Aesop, he will be sticking to his Go. Savage will buy a Stinger and a big shock dart coming in from Savage. He will also send in a recon that will be spotting at least one flare drifter. It will be immediately destroyed. Smokes are gonna come in from Elias all the way from the other side. Hermione finding the first frag onto Mog. The fragger is down for GSC. And NVS running into one of the players in mid. He will take down Sasuke and heal himself. LRX finally having some luck in their favor. But Aesop right in this mid. He will get pushed by three attackers at once. Drifter, nice headshot with the Sheriff. And they're gonna be falling back from mid once again. Elias finally getting a frag in favor of his team. But they now know his position in Wine. And right outside is Hermione with only 12 HP, but he does have a shocker with him. That doesn't matter because Kyojin will find the frag. Elias still getting one down. Envious. He's taking down Savage. First frag, 1v2. Hermione is low. But that doesn't matter because Drifter with the Sheriff, he was really good with the Sheriff this round. Getting two very big frags, and LRX finding their first round in this attacking half. They're gonna hopefully get some momentum after this. They are down by not a large margin, but they're gonna need all the momentum, all the confidence they're gonna get to bring back a lead and hopefully take this first map.
Here.
For the side of GSC, they are having a lead as you mentioned, but LRX is a team, they're not gonna allow you to have the lead for very long. So I can understand the heat from the side of LRX. So I wonder how this round is gonna be escalating. For the side of GSC, we're seeing them going for the shotguns, and there is only one frenzy and one classic, which is going with the imposter role. 5 of the players gonna get spotted, but it does not matter. Hermione is gonna find a kill onto Savage. A very good shot is gonna be coming in. Envy is gonna be going for the spray, and he's not gonna find anything for the time being. I think this is gonna be a bait for the side of V, and I think they should be able to rotate any second now because on the side of the defenders, they are actually coming back. There's the nano sound which is gonna be coming in, but it's not gonna do much. But the Cypher is gonna take some damage. That was a very nice Storm Grenade coming in from the side of the Killjoy, as now they're going to be going for the rotation. As I mentioned, Aesop is going to be holding on to the catwalk with the shotgun along with the Omen. So the crossfire is going to be there. Pushing onto catwalk is going to be a death sentence. So I don't think they're going to be pushing from here. But my god, they're actually not faking it. They're actually committing to B. So I think they are actually going to be going for that, and there is the leaders coming in, and eventually they're going to find themselves and make their way inside the objective B, and they should be able to go for the plant as well. Rift is going to find one kill on the Sasuke, and he's going to be taken out by Mog, and Mog will seize the weapon, and that is going to be used from the side of Aesop. He's going to find the weapon as well. So many fires are going to be coming in. Mog is on a rampage, but he's going to be taking damage to the wow, and he will be pushed in towards the side as the plant has gone down. It's all up to Elias and Mog. A true V3 situation. Mog is going to drop the gun to his Omen, and he's going to take the shotgun. There is a lead coming in. So many leads are going to be coming in, but so many utilities are going to be tossed in, but the cage is going to fall. So will Mog. LRX with a very nice execution with a bomb defense. 7-8 is going to be the scoreline, and LRX is still not that far behind. GSC is going to have the lead, but I wonder for how long, because GSC, if they lose this round, they are going to be seeing an equalization. And I'm pretty sure LRX really wants to do that, but with the shopping cart from the side of GSC Headhunters, I'm really doubting that because Aesop is going to be going for the operator. Let's see how this binocular telescopic gun reacts on the hands of Aesop and on the bodies of LRX.
Yeah, LRX definitely showing they're not backing down from this. They are really close to an equalization. They do have money for a buy round. We're going to see another gun round in this half, but I think the highlight of this round by far is Aesop with the operator. He is dangerous with it. Let's see if we can pull up some miracle over here. We can see LRX stacking outside this A site. A push could be imminent anytime now. They are fighting a little bit over the orb, but it is going to go to the Killjoy Lunatic. He is 2 away from his ult, which is really really valuable for a site take. You know, pushing the players away from the site because they are threatened to be detained and completely vulnerable from that ult, but they are going to be rotating LRX. Aesop ready with the operator, finding a frag. Not before taking 26 damage though, but he will get the frag nonetheless. And slowly LRX moving towards this mid region. They will smoke off market, and So far, nothing's gonna happen too much. Oh, Aesop gonna move away right when Envious spots him through mid. The smoke gonna go down, and now the line of sight is broken. Envious will spot Hermione all the way in mid. Hermione again using a cheeky angle, jumping off the well to spot somebody. I think
30 seconds
he
left.
was able to relay the information that the push is toward A. Regardless, Cypher's cameras and utility will spot out a bunch of players. Oh, Sasuke taking a shot to the head, to the wall, but Mock over there to take down Hermione. And Sasuke gets a frag onto Drifter. The push coming in towards lane. Envious finds 2 on Mock and Sasuke. The site is theirs, but a 2v4. So 2v3,
10
my bad.
seconds left.
Aesop getting a shot in with only 13 HP. He will not find a shot though, and he sees the tip of Envious's head, but Envious does find one more shot onto Savage. It is a 1v2, all on to the Omen from LRX side, but they're gonna push him at once. The Paranoia coming in really good, both of them paranoid, but Elias gonna find his fellow Omen through the Paranoia. I gotta say, both sides played absolutely insane. It all came down to the gunfights in the end, and LRX just couldn't hold the side. A good plant execution, a good post-plant scenario they had, but the gunfight is where GSC came out on top, especially with Aesop with the operator finding 2 crucial frags.
Well, that operator did harm the side of LRX, both their bodies and their motivation, because the entry Aesop took on the Killjoy, that was something they just did not expect, and eventually they could not recover to it. And that's why LRX just could not hold on. And after the post plan, they did try to get the frags, and they did get some good frags, do note. But after that, the strategy just collapsed into dust. So LRS will have to do a bit more here, and I know they should be able to do that. The gap itself is not that big, but one more round in favor of GSC, we're going to be seeing them cracking double digits. But from the side of GSC, their economy is not that rich. Envious is going to take some damage while he was walking through the smoke, but he is gonna be safe for the time being. Don't do that once again, my boy, because next time you're going to be dead. And this time, the smoke is going to be evaporated, and there is the Leers coming in. Looks like it is going to be a very fast execution, because there is so many utilities to still, and there is the ultimate coming from the side of the Omen as well, and I think they're going to deploy themselves as the objective. And Drifter is going to find the initial kill, but there's so many kills on the kill feed. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 4v5 situation, and looks like GST's strategies has fallen suddenly. Sasuke was with a shotgun, but he's not going to be able to do much. It's all up to Savage now, and he is gonna have to find 4 kills. Now he's gonna find the first one. Can he find the remaining 3? There is everybody who knows exactly where he is, and he's gonna get tagged multiple times, and that is gonna put him on the run. He could not save the gun, or should I say the operator, from Aesop, and that is gonna be a problem from the side of GSC. But they did get some kills with that gun, so I think Aesop can say goodbye and farewell to his fellow gun. But for now, they will have to make it happen very fast. And looks like it is going to be a save either way, because the spike is nowhere to be defused. And I'm pretty sure for the side of the attackers, they're just going to burn the time. And for the side of Savage, we're going to...
Yeah, I gotta say, they weren't as strong on the side defense as I saw first. But before anything I say, we can see Drifter really close to Savage over here. They're not
gonna effect for him.
And I think he was aware that he was that close. But as I was saying, GSC really strong on the retakes, but especially on the site, the entry denials, they're really good on that. I think the utility usage was perfect. There are the Omen Paranoias coming in, the Sova Shock Dart came in, but LRX, despite being blind and like completely in a really messy situation, they trusted in their strategies, because I think they did discover how to counter GSC. They did hardcore push that side, no matter how much utility was thrown at them, and I think that paid off in the end. They were a little bit superior on the gunfights, because in my opinion, I think all of the players of LRX were really efficient in fragging. But I think from the side of GSC, only a few players, including Mock and Aesop, are...
Oh my god.
Oh, as I was saying, Savage proves me wrong, getting 2 fragments of his own. Mock finds one, but Kyojin with 2-2, not before getting taken out by Mock. And Aesop gonna use his ult right now. There is one player inside, which is Envious. He is in a 1v2 right now. The spike is in lane. He's gonna have to find one frag, but Elias gonna say no to that. They're denying LRX from coming to the lead. LRX building momentum every single time, but GSC right in the nick of time to stop them. And right now, both teams have developed a pretty comfortable economy. LRX not in the best of situations though, but they will be able to afford another gun round. Except for Envious, he's gonna stick with the Sheriff right now. He can buy an SMG if he wants, maybe trade it with Lunatic or Drifters because they aren't really potentially fragging. Yes, I think Drifter will buy Envious Vandal. And we're going to be starting off in this next 19th round over here. 8-9 the score in favor of GSC. GSC are so good at reading the strats, but not this round. They're going to... LRS are going to engage all these players, even the Killjoy ult from Lunatic coming in towards B, but they only engage 2 players, Sasuke and Savage, towards the side of B, both in market though, and Savage gonna use his Hunter Spirit to destroy the Killjoy ult, not before taking out 2 players. NBS and Drifter are down for LRX. Lunatic find the refrag on Sasuke 4v3 in favor of GSC, and we can see the rotations coming in flanks from Mock and Savage. Oh, Kyojin finding a frag on Delias, who was hiding inside both house. The site is theirs, 3v3. Recon coming in, Kyojin gonna take care of it. Mock gonna try to find one through the wall, but not gonna get anything. Talkers coming in, big Lunatic, low HP. And now GSC gonna have to play retake to get this round win and maybe secure this 11th round. It's gonna put them that closer to the match point and gonna force LRX to an eco round next
30 seconds
in the next
left.
round, but so far they are not going for the plan. Oh, Lunatic finding one through the wall thanks to Hermione's good recon, but Ace up with a refrag onto Hermione. The plan finally going
One
down,
enemy remaining.
and oh, Mock gets a frag onto
Last
Kyojin, but
down,
Lunatic
B.
there to refrag. It's a 1v1. And you see
Down.
Ace up not really pushing it. He will find the headshot though. GSC, they are gonna ensure this their 11th round victory, and they're gonna defuse the bomb with ease. That was a really, really messy round, man. I have to say. I didn't know what was going on there half the time.
Well, LRX is really not having the ground at the moment because the momentum is not really favoring them in any means necessary. Do know they have lost so many close rounds, and GSC were just able to read that very openly, and they executed the counterattack very, very precisely. LRX can still bring it back, but do know one more round off the board, and their opponents are going to be sitting on match point. LRX can afford to lose this map though, because they are going to be playing their own selected map, which is going to be Heaven. But are you really willing to take the risk of playing one specific map? Because the 8 rounds you got, it's not going to be effective anymore, and it's not going to be rewarding you anymore if you lose this round. So LRX will have to play.
Considering this Ascent, I expect like if not most, at least all of the teams in this tournament to at least be somewhat good at Ascent, because
Well,
it is one of the
actually agreed.
it is one of the more better maps
Basic
and
map.
more simple maps. Yes, kind of surprising seeing LRX being tore apart over here by Aesop and GSC.
Cover going out.
2v4. The plant will somehow go down though. Kyojin in the smoke in A side. He does have his ult. He can run away from this hell position. With only
Is that gonna be a bright choice if he does that though? I don't
One
think it
enemy
will be,
remaining.
and I think it would have been, but never mind.
Yeah.
Savage is gonna find one, Ace is gonna find the remaining ones, and GSC is gonna find themselves on match 1 on map number 1. This is not over yet for the side of LRX on the first map, but GSC is really dominating LRX at the moment. LRX will have to pick up the momentum, and I really wonder how this is gonna be played from LRX's side, because 8-12 is not a bad scoreline, but LRX is really struggling, and they're actually going for the very aggressive push, or they're also trying to go for the big brain plays, but for the side of GSC, they're just reading it so openly, they're not able to maneuver fast enough, and that's how LRX is not on the top. But as I mentioned, they still have hope on the second map if they can bring it back, and turning the tables is not going to be that easy, not that hard either, because we've seen LRX bringing the rounds back from dying situations. And I actually thought in the previous ESPL, I thought that that's actually their strategy, that they're just going to allow their opponents to be on a very comfortable position, let them underestimate them, and then they are going to be punishing them for doing so. But I don't know if I can say the same this time, because Mog is going to find the entry onto Envious, and there is so many blood spilling from the side of LRX as well, and nice shot coming to the side of Aesop, but he's not going to be able to find the kill. Lunatic is going to be so low on HP. In the end, the spike is going to go down, and there is the Reina Empress coming from the side of Mog, but he's going to fall instantly. And there's so many ultimate shots in from the side of both of the sides. Kyojin's gonna deploy his ultimate, and there's attacker ultimate coming. Attacker killjoy ultimate coming in.
I
So
think
now
that was not necessary, but
they're just trying to win the round at all
yeah.
costs. I think so. They're actually throwing everything they have in the bin. So I believe this is gonna be proven to be worthy because I did see the Omen and the Cypher running away. So I think they're just gonna go for the save. And as I can see, they have not recovered the operator. So the save
I
is
think
gonna be.
Alerts are playing an op there. I mean, every round, despite having money, they didn't go for
Last
an
player
op.
standing.
And
Well,
we're gonna see one exit frag coming from Sasuke. He's gonna take out Drifter, but Hermione there refragging. And Kyojin gonna find Elias too.
well, Elias and sorry, Lariox is gonna keep themselves alive on match point, but they will have to keep it up, and they will have to win 3 more rounds in consecutive order in order to push it to overtime. Oh geez, that is gonna be very hard, or not impossible entirely, but
You know,
this
when
is
I
gonna be
was
very.
talking about Lunatic's ult being not necessary, like they were in a 4v2. I think GSC wouldn't really push in with 2 players against 4 to maybe get around when they are on match point.
Enemy tag.
And they could use that since the difference is quite large still, and GSC only need 1 more round. I think they could have saved that for more crucial position. So anyways, alerts are going to be pushing into the A site again. The rotations coming from GSC. GSC did call that sort of wrong. 3 players were engaged towards B, but regardless, the plant will go down. NVS is an aggressive position. He did peek hell, but he's now going to be spamming onto heaven. He's not going to lose much HP. All of his armor, though. The Empress ult is used, almost expired. He's going to have to find 1 frag at least to reset it. You can see Hermione holding outside A main with his shotgun. I think he's got lineups ready for us to stop the entry. Ace up with an operator kill onto Envy as the side is now towards the side of GSC. Sasuke gonna find one onto Drifter and Ace up with another one. It's up to 2v5 over there. Paranoia coming from Kyojin, but he's gonna get taken out. It's all onto Hermione. Hermione does find a shotgun kill with his lineup, but Mog there to trade him out. Will the defuse go into time? I think they have it. And with 1 second left on the clock,
Defenders
GSC
win.
with an impressive retake onto this final round, gonna ensure their first map in Ascent. So that's 1-0 for GSC in this first map.
A very well played map by the side of GSC, 13-9, and that is gonna prove us that GSC has done their homework very, very accurately, as they are gonna dominate a team, or should I say, one of the best teams of our country. LRX is not gonna have their home ground for now, but I'm pretty sure they're really not letting it go that easily. They're gonna fight very hard against GSC on their home ground, which is gonna be heaven. But what a game and what a play from the side of GSC. Well, both of the teams did try their best, but there's a long way to go. So let's get into the score analysis, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be seeing Ace up with 24 staggering kills upon his name with a KD of 2. This guy with the operator is an absolute monster, and there's no doubt about it. And he actually proved it to be right. Well, they did say Viper was a villain, but no, I'm going to say Ace up is, and he did get the kills. LVS is not far behind with 20 kills, and Kyojin is actually the same. Mock is not doing too much today. Well, that is only for the first map. Ace up is going to be compensating for that. But Mock is a player we usually see him going for the top frag, but 18 kills is not too far away, not too shabby. But GSC, either way, that is the scoreline and a very well execution. From the side of LRX, though, their teamworks were more precise compared to GSC's ones. But GSC, they just outfragged the side of LRX, and that's why they are on the top. So 13-9 in favor of GSC. But we need to know who is going to be forwarding to the upcoming higher brackets of the tournament of ESPL Bangladesh Valorant PowerUp Invitational Season 3. But that's only one map, as I mentioned. So we're going to be going for the second map after a while. So do stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be right back after a short while. And stay tuned, and we're going to be catching up as fast as we can. So finally, ladies and gentlemen, the break is gonna come to an end, and we're gonna be hitting the second map of the day of the matchup between GSA Headhunters and LRX. So the second map they chose is Heaven. So let's see how the map of Heaven is gonna be played out by both of the teams. Heaven has been selected by the side of LRX. GSC is gonna be attacking. So obviously, as GSC chose to attack, there is something very, very interesting to see from there, and obviously because they have some plans on Heaven, that's why they chose to attack, because this is a strategy we see selected by Exceeli a lot, because Exceeli is a team who selects to attack in every possible match they play. So I'm really not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Exceeli, but GSC, well, I'm not that surprised, but I'm really excited to see how the matchup is gonna be. And once again, joining me is gonna be Kirito, and let's see how the matchup is gonna be.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm definitely hyped for this match, especially after seeing what these teams can do to each other in this first map. And considering this is Haven, the infamous three-sided map of Valorant, I gotta say this match will definitely be interesting for us to see. And let's see if there are gonna be any lineup changes, considering there are three sites, maybe focus less on the duelists, but teams somehow make it work. This is my personal opinion. I don't know if people are gonna be agree or not. I guess this could be an unpopular opinion. I prefer to keep one duelist in playing Haven if possible. Maybe have two controllers, maybe have Omen and I don't know, maybe a Breach and Omen working together would be definitely effective.
You mean Brimstone, actually?
I mean, we do have Omen, so I don't know if we're gonna really invest in another smoker, but yeah, a Brimstone wouldn't hurt too, because since Omen is it's really a lot of responsibility.
Is it control? That's why, sorry. Actually.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of responsibility on an Omen to smoke all the way from the opposite sides from A to C. But regardless, we will see the normal picks coming in, which is I think basically the same lineup.
Identical.
Yeah, the exact same lineup we see. Reyna, Jet, Sova, Omen, and Cypher coming in from both sides. Their usual picks, except we can see Sasuke, who usually plays Sage. He's gonna be no, that's actually Savage. My bad. Sasuke does stick with the Cypher. I kind of mess up the name sometimes. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. But we're gonna be seeing the similar agent picks. But LRX will be defending this round at first. GSC are gonna be attacking at first in the map pick, which is by LRX. Let's see if they can prepare some strategies to keep GSC on their toes. And right now we're gonna be seeing a pretty usually Haven we do have to play a bit more spread out considering there are three sides, and that's exactly what LRX are going to do. They're going to be putting it all onto Lunatic, the Cypher onto A side. He's gonna buy only one trap wire for now, and he will be putting that onto the sewer, or A short as people call it, and the rest of the team will be spread out towards the B and C sides. So I think they're going to be taking their positions as we roll into the starting of the match. What do you think JS's strategy is going to be this time, Cresto, considering there are three sites? Is that gonna put any changes in their tactics?
Considering the first map they played, I saw them playing with the minds of their opponent, even on the pistol rounds. So it can be A, but it can be C. But it can be A though, it can be C. That is gonna be my answer, and I know it's a very confusing answer because trust me, even at this situation, even I'm confused from the caster's desk. But it is gonna be solely dependent on the side of GSC. So let's see how they are planning it, as we're gonna be seeing them going towards the side of Sewers, as Aesop is gonna be leading the pack here, followed up by Mock. And I believe it is gonna be an E execution, but as I mentioned, it can be a bus play, and there is the bamboozles which may come in. So Sasuke will be watching the flanks with the camera, and he will see nothing for the time being. Kyojin might have predicted what is going to be happening here, because there's smokes in play, and he's trying to deny the time from the attacker side as well. Elias is actually holding out a banana, but I think he's just gonna fall back. But no, he's actually gonna deny that, and he's gonna put the smoke. So I think it is gonna be a committing onto A. So they're not gonna be going for a rotation. Instead, they're just not giving away any sounds there. They're actually giving some smokes to the sides of Heaven. So I think it should be an A execution. So this time we're not gonna be seeing any mind games being played. It is gonna be a very bold push, and the attackers are gonna be finding themselves inside of the objective as the fight is gonna be going down, and it's gonna be a 5v5 retake. Lunar is gonna find the entry onto Sasuke, and we're gonna be seeing so many players low on HP from the side of the attackers, especially Jet and Sasuke. Savage is gonna be holding on to the bomb, and there is so many kills to find. Savage is gonna find one. Ilya is gonna find a double right there, and look at the kill feed, ladies and gentlemen. Herman is gonna find one, and suddenly it is gonna be a complete bloodbath, a complete destruction from the both of the sides. In the end, we're gonna be seeing Savage being the last man standing, as he picked up 3 kills right there. And what a round, to say the least. GSC is gonna find the first round. A very good start from the side of them. LRX is obviously gonna reply to that. Let's see if they can. 1-0, but still not over. LRX is gonna be trying their best to hold on, as we are going for another tactical timeout.
Yeah, we can see GSC putting a lot of emphasis on his tactical times. They're going to be using a lot of them, I guess. They really want to, properly strategize, make sure everybody knows their roles, revise the strategies again with whatever time they have, considering they are playing against LRX, who I nominate to be a potential threat against one of the biggest teams in Bangladesh. And GSC, I gotta say, I'm gonna change up my lineups, or at least names of big teams in Bangladesh Valorant scene right now. I'm definitely gonna put GSC up there, considering how well they've been performing in this Invitational and also in the Amateur Cup, considering they won that, beating the likes of Instinct Esports and Mercenariez. And they are so far looking really confident in this map of Haven. Right now, they're going to be putting some effort towards the side of A towards short, but they are putting a lot of playing a lot of split over there. Ace up going the first frag onto NVS. A shock dart coming in towards Kyojin. He will get shock dart at 148 HP. Big there. Hermione though getting 1 frag. Ace up there with 2 of his own. Kyojin and Hermione taken down. It's a 2v4 in favor of GSC. And now they're going to be prompting to push towards C with the bomb in the hands of Savage. He's going to push directly into side with 50 HP. And he's going to plant in a really open spot. So I think they're going to be playing for the retakes right now, and Drifter and Lunatic both in grass. Drifter with only 12 HP, 2 smokes at his disposed with a Sheriff, 3 bullets in his chamber right now. He's not reloaded yet. Doesn't want to give away any sound. The recon coming in. They won't be able to break it on time. Both of them are detected right now. And the Sheriff shots coming in from Lunatic. He's the one first to engage because he has the more HP. But that doesn't matter because Ace up with the first one. Sasuke finishing off. And GSC extending their lead with a second round in this second map. And considering this is the map pick of LRX, I'm not really seeing the big brain plays I expected from them. And that's slowly but surely putting me into some, worrying me a little bit, considering I hoped LRX would perform way better at the beginning of this round. So there's still time. Let's see what happens. We're gonna starting off this third round.
Indeed, and considering GSC playing it very bold, I think they're trying to save it for the best. And for LRX, I think they are just giving away the rounds to see how GSC reacts, because as I mentioned, the first 2 rounds, yeah, they are crucial, obviously, but you can actually gamble it to know how your opponent is going to be reacting. Drifter is going to be breaking through the smoke, and he's going to find the first entry onto Mok, as Mok was not paying attention, and that is going to put GSC on to a slight of a disadvantage of manpower, but do note it's also applicable for the weaponry as well, because they are using the bonus guns. Aesop is going to be pushing up. He is trying to find the Reyna, who is the Jet, who is responsible for the death of her Reyna. But I think he's going to be hunted as well, as Drifter is going to pick up the second kill right there. And that is going to be the drill on the side of Team GSC off the board. And looks like LRX is going to be on a rampage either, because we're going to be seeing 4 kills from them. He's going to find 1, but he will be on the run now because he is going to be hunted down any second now. NBS is going to be the first one, but he's going to get hunted down instead.
And that's running and gunning.
Yeah, that's there, but in the end, Sasuke is gonna be going for the Phantom, but no, he's not gonna be able to survive that and secure that. Kyojin is gonna find him, and that is gonna be putting LRX on 1 score line, still in favor of GSC, but that is not that much of a gap, if you ask me. So let's see how this round is gonna be. This is gonna be the first full buy run from both of the sides.
Even that was expected to go in favor of LRX, considering that GSC were with their bonus weapons.
Yeah, absolutely, and do know that GSC did do some damage back there, so they can take the damage, and they are going to be going for the full buy now. So this round itself is going to be very interesting, and we're going to be seeing so many players from the side of GSC stacking up on the side of A. So I think the Cypher and the Jet is going to see a lot of companies, and There is the cages, obviously, which is going to cover the players when they are going for the extraction, and I think they are going to be going for a push onto A anyways. There is the wires to deal with. Drifter is also going to cover his NA as he's going to be going for the he's going to be going for the orb, and he is going to go for the hunt. Excuse me, right there. Blade Storm, and I think he can use it now because he's the only player who did not buy an assault rifle. Instead, he bought an SMG. Drifter can find a kill. Oh no! The crosshair placement and the obliviousness is gonna be a very crucial point. He is gonna find one kill, but Lunatic with the wire, he's gonna find one, he's gonna find two, but not the third. Sasuke is gonna take the refrag, and that is gonna be giving away the information they were looking for, and they're gonna find themselves in a man for design, but the spike has gone down, and Sasuke is gonna go for the neural cliff, and there you have it. The locations are gonna get revealed. Aesop is gonna have to hold on to multiple angles there as he got distracted. The Envious is gonna be having the pressure to eliminate him. Envious is gonna spot the Cypher inside. He's gonna find the kill, but no, he does not. I thought he will. Kyojin's not gonna miss his shots though, and LRX is gonna be able to equalize it with no problem. And there's a lot of time to go for the defuse, and the equalization is gonna be there. LRX 2-2 in favor of none.
LRX finally tying up the score, showing some life that they are still in this. But I gotta say, GSC still have the momentum and still have the economy with them. They will be able to afford force buy maybe, but no, they're gonna stick to half buys right now, considering that was a force buy round that they did lose. They did get the bomb plan down that will put some, comfort in their economy, but for the most part, they will be sticking to their SMGs. Sasuke and Aesop with the pistols. Sasuke using a sheriff with half armor, and that will considerably put a dent in their attacking right now, considering the LRX do have their hands on rifles. Immediately an ult gonna be used by Aesop on C-Long. He will be peeked by Envious, but gonna miss all the shots. No one gonna find anything on anyone. And Aesop still have all of his blades with him, but he will get a little bit tagged by the Reyna, who takes cover into the platform, but Envious with a nice shot with the second one onto Mock. 22 HP left. He will be able to heal himself. Elias and Savage with refrag, taking on Hermione and Lunatic. Envious couldn't find a second one, but there is a refrag by Drifter, and he will finish it off. LRX playing on the trade seems to be the answer to the strategies against GSC. I think that's the way to go. Play with the trades. You can see that Envious finding two on his own, but after getting taken out, Drifter there for the refrag. Also, Hermione and Lunatic providing support for him. I think refrags are the way to go against GSC, which Lunatic displayed perfectly. And GSC gonna be able to go to another buy round this time, since they did save last round, but they are losing their grip towards this economic situation. They definitely need to win this next round to get some room to breathe in their economy. You can see they're going to be playing this really aggressively. Elias gonna push all the way down sewers along with Mock on long. But on the other side, we can see over there Savage and Aesop reconning outside B, inside B, sorry, why am I saying outside? The recon is inside, and they're gonna fall back. A drone coming in from Savage. GSC playing really spread out, and really, even I'm confused right now how they're gonna play this. They were quite in the open, Savage and Aesop, but they're gonna be rotating towards A right now. And I think Drifter and Kyojin were ready for it, but Mock too quick. He's gonna find the frag onto Kyojin and take the side on their own. Oh, actually they hadn't pushed yet, but Aesop finding the kill onto Drifter. Another side is theirs. And LRX, the rest of the players coming in, try to take the retaking the site. The spike will go down from the hands of Sasuke. Envious finds one into the Savage while his back was turned. He will dismiss away. Try to avoid the frag. Lunatic with another frag onto Mock, but Aesop trading onto Hermione. It's a 2v3 in favor of GSC. Positions are revealed. Envious using dismiss. Lunatic getting a frag onto Aesop, but Elias refragging, and Sasuke gets the final one onto Envious. GSC again drawing this out. This match is going back and forth. I don't know who to root for right now.
Indeed, and I can feel your confusion as well, buddy, because the way the match itself has escalated, it's hard to put any guesses, and it's not obviously anybody's guess here, because the way GSC is putting the fight against LRX, even LRX is having a hard time winning their round, even though we're seeing both of the teams getting so close in order to secure the rounds, but in the end, it just goes in just a random team, and that is why we're seeing an equalization yet again. But I'm really looking forward to the fact that how this matchup is going to be played out. Lunatic, however, is going to find the entry onto Elias. So that's a good way.
Oh,
And looks like Lunatic does not end there. He is going to find a second one, but he will take a break here and he is going to fall back. Envious is going to drop his weapon for his enemy's weapon. So actually, I forgot to mention, Lariox was going for a half buy. So the damage itself on the side of GSC is really
Spike down mid.
shabby to say the least. Lariox, however, is doing a lot of damages here. Mog is gonna find himself in a 1v3 with a Vandal in hand. He can deploy the ultimate because oh no! The
Hermione,
timing.
what are you doing?
Hermione just felt a moment of relief and he showed his back to Mog, and Mog's gonna be more than happy to take the kill. And now this should be doable from the side of Mog because he has the ultimate. Mog can get a backstab onto the jet in case if he's not paying. No! This is not happening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Reyna versus the Reyna. And now Mog can make the clutch happen. And if he does, this is gonna be groundbreaking to say the least. He is actually walking through the direction of Envious. I don't think he knows the location, or does
30
he? I don't
seconds left.
think he does, but he's actually going for that. And he is not gonna find the kill, unfortunately. Envious with a very well played read, and he will be able to deny the clutch. Well, that was that close from the side of Mog. Unfortunately, that clutch is not gonna be coming in for the time being, but we're gonna be seeing Lariox on the lead for another time, or should I say for the third time of the matchup, 4-3. But I really wonder if this is gonna be equalized from the side of GSC. But do know this is gonna be an eco run from the side of GSC. So let's see how this anti-eco run from the side of Alexi is gonna be happening.
I mean, that round was crazy nonetheless. It was both effective for both sides. LRX pulling off a great eco, resulting in a 3v1. But Mog doing work, gonna cancel out that bonus in economy, taking down 2 players. And that will definitely damage both sides. GSC are forced into an eco right now with SMGs. Only rifle is in the hands of Mog, the fragger. He will get taken down in the hands of Drifter, though the rifle is picked up immediately by Sasuke. Drifter's gonna find a second one to Savage. The site is still there. He's gonna get paranoid. Lots of utility thrown into the site. He'll find one more. And through the
Spike
smoke
down A.
onto the head of Elias. He's on an ace right now. 4 kills. Drifter single-handedly destroying the entire push. And he will find the ace. How did he do that? Not only GSC were on the back foot, now they're absolutely flat on their butt right now. After that ace by Aesop, my bad. Not even Aesop, sorry. I'm messing everything up. That ace absolutely blew my mind. Drifter absolutely destroying the attack by GSC. And I gotta say, LRX needed that. After this like back and forth match between them, they definitely need some kind of momentum boost and yeah, exactly, a motivation boost. And look at that! Look at this confidence. They're all gonna be pushing his grasp, but Mog's the one gonna be finding the frag. And Omen over there, but Lunatic to save Drifter. And Envious with another frag on the Mog, but Ace up there to get the refrag. A lot of trades going down. Kyojin taking on Ace up. It's a 2v3 in favor of LRX, and they are gonna be pushing towards the C on the long. But Kyojin there, and LRX looking strong finally on their map pick, showing some confidence. They're definitely showing how well they are performing in this defensive side, but somehow Elias gonna sneak through into B side, getting the bomb plan down. He does have to smoke, but Lunatic's gonna peek in immediately and take him down. And LRX, despite losing a couple players, they're definitely still gonna improve their economy by a huge margin, and they're gonna gain all the momentum they need right now.
Absolutely.
I think this is gonna be enough to maybe, possibly close down this defensive half in their favor. Maybe a wild guess, but the confidence they're showing, I'm definitely feeling it.
Indeed, and from the side of GSC, they're also trying, but do note their economy is kind of broken, so they're actually on the brink of bankruptcy. So I actually see them going for shotguns and SMGs while they had, I think the previous one was a full buy round, considering the previous one before the previous round was also a eco round. So economy management is really not a strong point on the side of Headhunters here, and that can be used as an advantage for the side of LRX. So I believe they're gonna be doing so. Let's see if they can. GSC is gonna be very, very scattered around the map here. So that is gonna be something I'm really wondering how it's gonna be played out, because if it is a half buy or an eco round, you can stack together for the kills you can potentially get. But from the side of GSC, this is not happening. Drifter is gonna be going for the banana push, but he's actually not being way too hungry here. Well,
But I think the kills are gonna come to him, considering they're gonna be
most
pushing.
likely because Mock is actually working his crosshair and he's gonna be following up by ASAP as well. What is happening? Drift is gonna find the 3 kills right there along with the spike, and he may look for more. He is looking for the kills, but he's gonna take a lot of damage in process, and he is having the spike, and he